Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome dear all. Thank you so much for joining today's 7 of Purushottam month prayers. We're very grateful to you for giving us this association and helping us remember Krishna by singing, by reading, and by reciting the chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Today we have Revati Mataji, who very enthusiastically signed up to sing Chaurashtakam and also read chapter 15 Sanskrit verses. So I'll let her go and do it. I will share my screen, Mataji. Meanwhile, you can get ready to start singing Chaurashtakam. Go ahead.
Braje prashitam navanita-chauram gopangana chadula-chauram. Braje prasitam navanita-chauram gopangana chadula-chauram. Aneka janma chitapachauram Chauragraganya Krusham Namami Shri Radhikaya Hridayasya Chauram Navambhuta Shyamala Kanti Chauram Shri Radhikaya Hridayasya Chauram Navambhuta Shyamala Kanti Chauram Padashritam Chauram Chauragraganya Purusham Namami Akinchani Kritya Padashritam Ya Karoti Bhikshum Patigilam Kelapyaho Vishala Drishashuto Vanajagatrayepi Yadiyanamapi Haratya Shesham Giri Prasharanapi Paparashin Yadiyanamapi Haratya Shesham Giri Prasharanapi Paparashin Acharya Rupo Nanu Chakrayedre Drishta Shrutvo Drishta Shruto Vanamaya Kadapi Danam Chamana Chatatendriyani Pranam Shahritva Mama Sharvam Eva Danam Shamanam Shatatandriyani Pranam Shahritva Mama Sarvam Eva Palashaye Kutra Drutya Tvam Bhakti Damnashi Maya Niruddha Chinnatsi Gauram Yamapashabandam Vinnatsi Bhimam Bhava Pashabandam Chinnatsi Gauram Yamapashabandam Vinnatsi Bhimam Bhava Pashabandam Chinnatsi Sarvasya Naivatmano Bhattakritam Tu Bandham. Can you pull a little bit down, Mataji, the 7th verse? Thank you. Manmanashe tamasarashi gore karagrahe dukkamaye nibada मानशेतामशाराशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमाये निबाधय लाभश्वहे चौरहारे चिराय स्वाचौर्यदोषोचितम् एव दन्तम् कराग्रहे वासा सदा हृदये मदीये मत्भक्ति पाशधृतबन्धन निचल त्वं कृष्ण हे प्रलयाकूति सतान्तरे अपि सर्वाश चौरा हृदयान् नहि मोचयामि. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances to the foremost of thieves, who is famous in Braja as the butter thief, and he who steals gopis' cloths, and who, for those who take shelter of him, steals the sins which are accrued over many lifetimes. I offer my respectful obeisances to the foremost of these, who steals Srimati Radharani's heart, who steals the dark luster of a fresh rain cloud, and who steals all the sins and sufferings of those who take shelter of his feet. He turns his surrendered devotees into paupers and wandering homeless beggar. Alas, such a fearsome thief has never been seen or heard of in all the three worlds. Mere utterance of his name purges one of a mountain of sins, such as astonishingly wonderful thief I have never seen or heard of anywhere. O thief, having stolen my wealth, my honor, my senses, my life, and my everything, where can you run to? I have caught you with the rope of my devotion. You cut the terrible nose of Emaraja, you serve the dreadful nose of material existence, and you slash everyone's material bondage. But you are unable to cut the knot fastened by your own loving devotees. O stealer of my everything, O thief, today I have imprisoned you in the miserable prison house of my heart, which is very fearful due to the terrible darkness of my ignorance, and there for a very long time you will remain, receiving appropriate punishment for your crimes of thievery. O Krishna, thief of my everything, the noose of my devotion remaining forever tight, you will continue to reside in the prison house of my heart, because I will not release you for millions of seasons, millions of aeons. Sorry.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. Now I'll share the tab with the verses and then you can continue reading the verses.
Chapter 15, the Yoga of the Supreme Person. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Urdhvamulam Adashakam Ashvatam Prahuravyayam Chandam Shiyasya Parnani Yastam Veda Sa Vedavit Adaschortvam Prastarastasya Saka Guna Pravrita Vishaya Pravalaha Adasya Mulani Anusantatani Karmanubandhini Manushya Loke Narupam Ashyeha Tato Palapyate Nanto na Chadir न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थम् एनं सुविरुद्धमूलम् अशङ्गशास्त्रेण धृतेन चित्वा तथा पतं तत्परिमार्गितव्यम् यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तम् एव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यथा प्रवृत्ति प्रस्त्रा पुराणे निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोष अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसाम्ने गच्छन्त्यमुदा पदमव्ययं तत् न तत् भाषयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तत्ताम परमं मम ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूता सनातनः मनःशास्त्राणि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यत् अवाप्नोति यच्चपि उत्क्रमतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते उत्क्रमन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जनं वा गुणान्वितं विमूतानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्ति आत्मनि अवस्थितं यतन्तो यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति अशेषतः यत् आदित्यगतं तेजो जगत्पाशयते अखिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकं गम् अविश्य च भूतानि धारयामि अहं ओजसा पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनं देहमाश्रितः प्राणपानसंयुक्ता पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मता स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृत् वेदवित् एव चाहं द्वायिमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कुतस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमपुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेति उदारतः यो लोकत्रयम् अविश्य बिभर्ति अव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरम् अतीतोऽहम् अक्षरात् अपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रतीता पुरुषोत्तमः यो माम् एवम् अशम्मोदो जानति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यं तमं शास्त्रम् इदम् उक्तं मया नघ एतत् भूत्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely read. Thank you. Now we will move on to Bhavani. She's going to read the English translations. Bhavani, please take it over.
Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow, I don't know. My turn is tomorrow, but
Yours is
if you want me to
tomorrow.
read it.
If you are ready to read, it was Shravan. Sorry, Mataji, your Shravan is doing.
Shravan is not here, Mataji. I will read the translation, Mataji.
Let's see if anyone else wants to do, Mataji. We'll see. Okay. Anybody else other than Bhavani is doing tomorrow, but anybody here who want to do impromptu? Otherwise, we can have Revati Mataji read. Yes, Premarupa Mataji, please go ahead.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is said that there is an impersonable banyan tree that has its roots upwards and its branches down, and whose leaves are the Vedic hymns. One who knows this tree is a knower of the Vedas. The branches of this tree extend downward and upward, nourished by the three modes of material nature. The twigs are the objects of the senses. This tree also has roots going down, and these are bound to the fruitive actions of human society. The real form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world. No one can understand where it ends, where it begins, or where its foundation is. But with determination, one must cut down the strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment. Thereafter, one must seek that place from which, having gone, one never returns, and there surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everything began and from whom everything has extended since time immemorial. Those who are free from false prestige, illusion, and false association, who understand the eternal, who are done with material lust, who are freed from the dualities of happiness and distress, and who, unbewildered, know how to surrender under the Supreme Personality, attain to that eternal kingdom. That supreme abode of mine is not illuminated by sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return in this material world. The living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to the conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the six senses, which include the mind. The living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another, as the air carries aromas. Thus, he takes one kind of body again and quits it to take another. The living entity, thus taking another gross body, obtains a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind. He thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. The foolish cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. The endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly. But those whose minds are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place, though they may try. The splendor of the sun, which dissipates the darkness of this world, comes from me, and the splendor of the moon and the splendor of fire are also from me. I enter into each planet, and by my energy they stay in orbit. I become the moon, and thereby supply the juice of life to all vegetables. I am the fire of digestion in the bodies of all living entities, and I join with the air of life, outgoing and incoming, to digest the four kinds of foodstuffs. I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of the Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. There are two classes of beings, the fallible and the infallible. In the material world, every living entity is fallible, and in the spiritual world, every living entity is called infallible. Besides these two, there is the greatest living personality, the Supreme Soul, the imperishable Lord Himself, who has entered the three worlds and is maintaining them. Because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that Supreme Person. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting is a knower of everything. He therefore engages himself in full devotion service to me, O son of Bharata. This is the most confidential part of the Vedic scriptures, O sinless one, and it is disclosed now by me. Whoever understands this will become wise, and his endeavors will know perfection.
Thank you so much. Very nicely you read, Mataji, Premarupa Mataji. Very nice meanings too. So as we all, I think on the second day, we told that we're going to have a Kahoot or a small quiz on chapter 15 translation. Very beautiful information Krishna is giving. He's telling, I'm the fire of digestion, I'm the sunshine and the moonshine. I'm responsible for juice and the vegetables. Did you all know that? The juice of vegetables and fruit comes from Lord Krishna in the form of moonshine. See, all these nice information is given in this chapter. So let's all try to pay attention and read with an attentive mood so that we can remember and also take the quiz at the end of the Chaurashtakam, the Purushottama month. And then for the kids who are here and even for adults, I hope we are adding some small austerities for this month. This is a special month, as we already discussed, where anything done pleasing Krishna will give us 1,000 times benefit than done in ordinary days. So anything based on your capabilities, your strengths, add some small austerity. Maybe kids can say that, okay, we are going to offer a fruit every day to the deity or the temple room in your house and then eat it, right? If you're not doing it, do that. That's a very small thing because now you're at home, you have holidays. Or you might think that I'm going to read a small story about Krishna every day, or I will sit with my family together and do 10 minutes bhajan every day, or I will memorize or remember all the verses that we learned last year, right? 15th chapter, most of the kids, actually the elementary school kids have done 15th chapter. It must be an easy peasy thing for all of you, right? You probably are telling without seeing all these verses. Like Revati Mataji, she knows all the verses, probably she's telling it so fluently. So all the students also. So reciting Bhagavad Gita verses also is a huge thing. It'll give you a lot of benefit. So the thousands of things we can do. Like you can maybe you can offer flowers to the deities at your house. Go pick from your garden flowers and offer them to your deities. That pleases Krishna. You can sing a bhajan, you can read Bhagavad Gita verses. If you know instruments, I know most of the children learn instruments. They can play Hare Krishna tune with those instruments, right? Any other ideas, kids and the parents or adults can tell us how you can please Krishna that I didn't list? Any other ideas? Let's inspire others, right? I'm sure you all are more creative. Give me one more idea, one different idea than what I told. It's a challenge for all of you. Yes, Mataji, Flavia Mataji, prize goes to you. You raised your hand first.
No, it's not a new idea, but before the month started, I didn't even really understand the month because I'm really new, but I never heard of it. So I said, whatever this is, I know somehow I need to do something. So I read it and I said, I'm going to try to do everything. So I started a WhatsApp group for this month only. And every day at 12:30 in the afternoon, I send it out to people I thought maybe had time. And we read the whole chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, English and Sanskrit. And then we read Canto 10 and chapter 14 of the Srimad Bhagavatam in translation only. And we sing a bhajan. I mean, we say the prayers, sing the prayers. And that's it. It takes about 40 minutes. So every day, about 7 or 8 of us do it. That's it.
Yeah. All glories to you and your services, Mother. It's very inspiring. It's very inspiring.
And then we offer the ghee lamp, like always. We offer, but when we offer the food this time, we make it a little bit decorative instead of just sometimes not really being so nice with the decoration so Tristan and I do that, but I don't know. I just do the best I can. I need your blessings and prayer. That's it.
Actually, Mataji, definitely we all will pray for each other, and you include all of us in your prayers when you're doing every day 12:30, please. Because you said you're doing whatever best you can, but that is the best, Mataji. Whatever you're doing, it is the best. So that's amazing, very inspiring, and thank you for sharing, Mataji.
Thank you. You inspire me.
By the way, for those, I'm sure all of you know what Purushottam month is. Scientifically, it is to match the lunar and the solar calendars for the Vaishnavas, or for the Sanatan Dharma. We follow something called lunisolar calendar. So to keep both the calendars aligned, once in 3 years, the Earth takes 365 days to revolve around the sun. While that is the solar calendar. So one solar calendar has 365 days, which is the time taken by Earth to revolve around the sun. We all know that, right? Because of which we have seasons, we have different positions aligned with the sun. Then the lunar calendar is based on the movement of the moon around the Earth. So moon rotates around the Earth. By the time the Earth finishes revolving around the sun, moon rotates 12 times around the Earth, revolves around the Earth 12 times. But it falls short by 11 days. Every 365 days that the Earth takes to revolve around the sun, moon finishes its 12 revolutions around the Earth, but it has extra 11 days, right? So now these 11 days over the course of the 3 years become 1 month, and that 1 month is added to the lunar calendar, not the solar calendar. So that solar calendar and lunar calendar are aligned. So that 1 month in the lunar calendar is given this special potency by Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, saying that whoever does anything trying to get closer to me, trying to please me, I'm going to give them extra benefit, but 1,000-fold benefit. That's the spiritual side of it. Scientifically, this lunar and solar calendars are aligned, and therefore this extra month is added. Therefore, it's called Purushottama month. And again, whatever we do in this month, offering tulsi to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, to the picture or whatever, right? And worshipping tulsi, worshipping cows. We don't have the opportunity here, but wherever we are, if we are able to do that, that's also pleasing to the Lord. Anything else? Anybody else wants to add as to what they are doing? Don't be shy, please share. I usually think the kids in the class don't speak. So I'm like, why they don't speak? Are they scared of me? Why they don't speak? But now even the parents don't speak. So it's not the problem with kids. It's the problem with everyone, right? Except Flavia, Mataji, and myself.
Mataji, I think you pretty much covered everything, Mataji.
I did.
And since kids are home still, they have 2 more weeks of holiday, they can read Krishna book stories, Mataji.
True. Yes.
Instead of reading the other story books, like they can read this.
Correct. That's another idea for the kids.
Drawing is another one which we didn't mention.
Correct.
Drawing the pictures,
Drawing.
of Lord Krishna. Yeah.
Yes. Anything related to Krishna. Yeah. Thank you. Revati Mataji, Gayatri. Okay. So we'll sign off for today and we'll see you all again, same place, same time. Until then, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Bye, everyone.